Hello. How you doing? Doing good? Good. I'm sitting here, and I'm looking at this card for Extreme Rules on Sunday. Oh, wait. Give me a second here. The horror show at Extreme Rules. And I'm sitting here, looking at this card, and there's 7 matches just staring at me right in the fucking face. Just staring at me in the face. Can we just get the SummerSlam ready, please? Can we just, pew! Strike the SummerSlam, please. The second biggest pay-per-view of the entire year. Can we just get there, please? Just because I haven't been tweeting out about Raw, AEW, NXT, SmackDown, just because I'm not live tweeting about the shows, that doesn't mean I'm not watching. I've watched every single Raw and SmackDown since the pandemic started back in March. And let me tell you, if I was to say one thing about all these shows, Raw, SmackDown, fucking garbage. Terrible. Meanwhile, you got AEW and NXT have been somewhat good shows. AEW has been having somewhat of a good show in the past couple of weeks. NXT, is a hit or miss for NXT. It's a complete hit or miss for NXT. I have a lot to say. And this video today, I'm going to give you guys my prediction on the entire card. We're going to do a Extreme Rules preview and predictions episode right here on the Reality Podcast. If there's one thing, I would have to say positivity about Monday Night Raw. Well, actually 2, maybe 3 things. Well, 4. Maybe 4 things tops. Number 1 is Randy Orton. Clearly, Orton is one of the biggest MVPs on fucking Monday Night Raw. No question. Asuka is another one. Asuka is another MVP. I'm not going to hold you here on this one. MVP and Bobby Lashley. Coming out of Backlash, I'm not lying to you. Coming out of Backlash, Bobby Lashley has been looking somewhat strong coming out of Backlash. Now, don't get me wrong. The match between McIntyre and Lashley at Backlash was a really good match. Don't get me wrong. The matchup was good. The match was good. It was just the right outcome for McIntyre to retain the championship. No one's going to sit here and take Bobby Lashley serious as WWE Champion. No one is. I'm not going to take him serious. You're not going to take him serious. Hell, the fucking cat on the fucking corner store we're not taking fucking serious. Those are my MVPs from Monday Night Raw. SmackDown, SmackDown, my God, has been fucking garbage. If you guys are reviewing SmackDown, God bless you. You guys have, I gotta take my hat off for you guys. Jesus. Oh my God. Pro wrestling nowadays, during this entire pandemic, has been terrible. Raw, it's always terrible every single fucking week. SmackDown has been fucking god awful every single week. I didn't even watch SmackDown last night. All I heard was Matt Riddle losing clean to AJ Styles. Done. That's all I heard. That's all I need to know. You had AJ Styles beat Matt Riddle clean. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you kill a superstar coming out of NXT. You put him in a championship match immediately. He loses clean. Done. Already done. I feel bad for the Adam Coles, for the Garganos, for the Ciampas, for the Keith Lees, for the Dominik Dijakovics, for the fucking Karrion Crosses of the world. Holy shit. May God bless their souls on the main roster. Eventually they will get there. Eventually they will get there. One thing has been on my mind over the past couple of weeks is SummerSlam. How do you book the WWE Championship going into SummerSlam? Now, some people are already booking SummerSlam. Some people are, just not really caring about SummerSlam. When I predict the Drew McIntyre Dolph Ziggler match during the preview and predictions portion of the video, I will give you guys my creative genius on how to book the WWE Championship between this SummerSlam and next year's SummerSlam. Chris, really? Next year's SummerSlam? You're going to want to watch the entire video to get to that point. Because trust me, once I lay this out, you're going to be like, God damn, that sounds fucking fantastic. Trust me. You're going to want to watch the entire video for that. Monday Night Raw suffered the lowest rating in the history of the show last Monday. A 1.5. You get a fucking golf clap on the fucking 8th hole. Yeah, people want to justify Monday Night Raw on a weekly basis. Stop. Pandemic or no pandemic, this was going to happen. Pandemic or no pandemic, this was going to happen. No one's watching Raw. Everybody's fucking caring about the CV and everything else. That's what everybody's caring about right now. Now, I can say this right now with full 100% confidence. New York, as of right now, is the safest state right now in the entire country. New York, New Jersey, and I believe Connecticut, if you ask me. And Connecticut. Florida, Jesus Christ. I was playing softball last Sunday, and my buddy Glenn was telling me 15,000 positive cases came out of Florida in one day. If you are in Florida right now, please wear a mask. If you're in Cali right now, please wear a mask. Please wear a mask. This is no joke. Now, some people may have their opinion on the CV. I have my opinion on the CV, but it is what it is at this fucking point. But, shit happens. Shit happens. I had 2 people in my family that had COVID-19. Thank God both of them survived. God bless their souls. God bless their souls. I'm hoping everybody is washing their hands 20 seconds. If you're going outside, wear a mask, please. Wear a mask. Simple as that. I heard a report yesterday from the CDC that if every American was to wear a mask, the coronavirus could be controlled in 1 or 2 months. I don't know how true that is, but wear a mask. Simple. If you're going outside, wear a mask. Come right home, you go take a shower, you wash your hands thoroughly for 20 seconds. I got tested a couple of weeks ago and it came back negative, so good for me. Good for me on that point. But we are going to preview and predict Extreme Rules. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe I fucked this up. The horror show at Extreme Rules. We're going to go over the entire card and what I think will happen on Sunday. And then when it comes to the WWE Championship picture, I will lay out my creative genius on everything that will happen with the championship between SummerSlam of this year and SummerSlam of next year. So you're going to want to tune in to that portion of the video. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm your boy Chris. I'm back on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys miss me, if you guys fucking glad that I'm back, hit that like button, please. If you guys are loving this Kenny Omega t-shirt, it's fucking fire. Hit that like button, please. Leave a comment down below what are your predictions for the horror show at Extreme Rules. And if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to show your support. Hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that bell for all notifications. I did a reaction video to Eric's video. That video will be down below in the description. Please check it out. It's really good stuff. Very good stuff. And I apologize for the microphone issue that I had on that video yesterday. So link down below in the description. Follow me on social media, guys. Twitter at Chris Most Hated, and Instagram. You guys can follow me on Instagram at your boy Chris25_. I will follow every single one of you from here on out. I'm going to go over the bottom of the card to the non-important matches, going all the way to the most important matches. I have 7 matches here on the card. Let me go to my wrestling source for a second. Let me see if that is accurate, if there's 7 matches on the card. Let me see. Updated card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's 8 matches. 8 matches on the card. Oh yeah, plus Hardy and Sheamus. Forgot about that. 8 matches. Okay. So 8 matches here on the card. 8 matches. We're going to go over with Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus in a bar fight. Obviously, we all know this is completely fucking confirmed. It should be confirmed by now. Should be. If you guys saw SmackDown yesterday, I think it was confirmed at some point. I think it was. Hardy versus Sheamus in a bar fight. Now, one thing I have to say about Jeff Hardy, my God. Jeff Hardy, when does your contract expire? Your contract is expiring from what I'm hearing soon, from what I'm hearing. I don't know how accurate that is. But if anybody knows how long Jeff Hardy's contract is with the company, leave it down below in the description or tweet at me at least. Or DM me. My DMs are always open. Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus in a bar fight. I wonder who wins that match. Didn't Sheamus beat Jeff Hardy at Backlash? If I'm not mistaken. Jeff Hardy will win this match against Sheamus. And who knows what will happen at SummerSlam. I don't know what's happening at SummerSlam for the Universal title, because I can't predict that fucking piece of shit title. I can't. This one thing I noticed, and I saw the SmackDown episode where Jeff Hardy got arrested while Elias was hurt. He was laying down on the road, hurt. And Jeff Hardy got arrested and shit. He had I believe he had somebody put a bottle in his car. That episode was I saw. And I'm telling myself, why are they bringing up a real life? I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes real life situations, and you put them in a storyline, is good. Sometimes it's good, but it depends how you portray it. How they're portraying this whole thing with Jeff Hardy, it's making me sick. I think, honestly, they're burying Jeff Hardy at this point because the fact that Matt Hardy went to fucking AEW. And that's not how you should be doing things. If you see that Jeff Hardy has more of a better endorsement than Matt Hardy, you should be pushing Jeff Hardy to the highest amount. You should. If you see more money in Jeff than Matt Hardy, why aren't you pushing Jeff Hardy to the limit? Why aren't you pushing him? Instead, you want to bring up his past and shit and putting it in a storyline. Now, like I said, don't get me wrong, sometimes you add a little dose of reality and put it in a storyline. Sometimes it's good. But like I said, it depends on how you portray it. What if Jeff Hardy relapses during this whole entire thing? Who is he going to blame it on? Not himself. He's going to blame it on the WWE. He's going to blame it on Vince. He's going to blame it on Bruce. He's going to blame it on Bruce. I don't see no other outcome here. I don't see Sheamus beating Jeff Hardy twice. I don't see it. Jeff will win. He'll beat Sheamus, and then whatever happens with him at SummerSlam, it is what it is. So I got Jeff Hardy beating Sheamus in this bar fight. If it is confirmed, which I think it is already. New Day. Biggie and Kofi Kingston go up against Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura, which I think is a tables match, if I'm not mistaken. A tables match. I don't know why this one says, or a cage match. I don't think they'll put a cage on the fuck. I mean, maybe they can. I don't really know. I'm going to sit and guess it's a tables match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Yeah, because didn't Cesaro put, I believe, Kofi through a table last week on SmackDown? I think so. I don't really care. I don't really watch SmackDown like that, so I don't really care. What do you want me to say about this match? Yeah, sure, it's a tables match. Sure. SmackDown has no tag teams. Even Raw has no tag teams. Raw somewhat has no tag teams. I'm going to put the New Day to go over Cesaro and Nakamura. It's just that easy. Why? Because SmackDown has no tag teams. Fucking the Forgotten Ones, I mean, that's the Forgotten Ones. The Forgotten Sons are going to be forgotten because of fucking Jackson Riker's comments. As you guys heard about a month and a half ago, somewhat. They're not getting any TV time anytime soon, but I did hear that they are getting a repackage, from what I'm hearing. I want to see them on TV. You called them up for what at this point? SmackDown got no tag teams. Miz and Morrison, terrible. If I'm Morrison, I'm fucking leaving the fucking Miz. I saw that matchup with Morrison and Matt Riddle, I think, last week on SmackDown. The matchup was great. It was the best John Morrison has looked since he came back. That was the best I've seen him since he came back. You gotta put John Morrison in a singles role. You really do. The Miz is fucking terrible now. Terrible. The only time I loved The Miz was when he cashed in Money in the Bank on Randy Orton, won the title, and then his Intercontinental Championship reign in 2016 against Dolph Ziggler. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. This is already predictable. The New Day will go and retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles over Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Do you really believe that Nakamura and Cesaro are going to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles? I don't think so. I don't think so. New Day will retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Apollo Crews versus MVP. Why doesn't this match have a stipulation? This is Extreme Rules. Isn't this the pay-per-view where every match has a stipulation? Why doesn't an MVP and Apollo Crews have a stipulation for this match? What? According to my notes here, it says a singles match for the United States Championship. Now, I did see the new United States title belt. Looks good. I like it. It looks pretty good. I like it. Would I buy the replica of it? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't, low-key. But I'm starting to see Apollo Crews, getting there. Sure. But since he won the U.S. title over Andrade just a few weeks ago, I think like over a month ago, the fact that MVP is holding a championship, the fact that he's not a champion, is really telling me how lazy this company is when it comes to the United States Championship. I don't see MVP winning this match. I don't. The man's an old-timer. The man's a part-timer. Why are you having MVP? Now, don't get me wrong. I love MVP, on the microphone. He's legit. Being Bobby Lashley's mouthpiece, I like that. I fucking like that. Don't get me wrong. Ever since Backlash, coming out of Backlash, Lashley has looked a lot better. Ever since Backlash, he's looked a lot better. The match he had against McIntyre was fucking great. It was a great matchup. That was the best Lashley has looked in his entire second run with WWE back at Backlash. And I was starting to think, okay, Lashley looked at this good at Backlash. Maybe he could win the title. No. Good. They kept the championship of McIntyre. Good. Which we will talk about McIntyre in just a little bit. I don't see MVP winning. I really fucking don't, low-key. I really don't. Apollo Crews is going to retain the U.S. title, and I'm thinking Apollo Crews is going to take MVP's newly United States Championship belt. That's what I think is going to happen. Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins, the quote-unquote Monday Night Messiah, in an eye-for-an-eye match. I wonder where they got that from. The match can only be won when one competitor extracts an eye of their opponent. I would love to fucking know how are they going to do that. Now, I know for a fact, Mysterio and Rollins, this will be a cinematic feature. This will have a cinematic feature. I think another match that will have a cinematic feature is Showman and Wyatt with the Wyatt swamp fight, which I'm kind of looking forward to, which I kind of am. Now, Ray, from what I've heard, Ray is in the company right now without a contract. Is Ray leaving the company? If Ray is leaving the company, Rollins is no doubtably going to win this match. No doubtably. Because why would you have Mysterio not have a contract and have him beat Rollins? I don't know. You tell me, folks. You tell me. I've been watching the entire storyline. It's honestly... I guess... It's not that... it was looking good in the very beginning. When Rollins put Ray's eye on the fucking edge of the fucking steel steps. That was okay. You got me entitled to this. Okay, good. That was when Rollins was looking all crazy after he lost the McIntyre fucking Money in the Bank. Rollins targeted Mysterio. And Rollins says, if I sacrifice Mysterio, it'll be for the greater good. Can I ask, what the fuck is this greater good? What's the greater good for knocking out Mysterio? What is the greater good for sacrificing Mysterio? He's gonna fucking leave the company and go to the fucking competition known as AEW. Matt's over there, living the life in AEW. Jake Hager's over there. I love how people say, oh, AEW is full for the WWE rejects. You're still watching, though. At the end of the day, you're still watching. You are still watching. But back to the case. Back to this matchup here. Mysterio does not have a contract, from what I'm hearing. Ray does not have a contract right now with WWE. I cannot see Mysterio winning this match. I don't. Unless if Ray all of a sudden signs a new contract with the company, which I don't think is the fucking case. Because if that's the case, they're going to give Ray a 5-year contract. And I heard that Ray wanted a raise to his money, and Vince said no. Maybe that's the reason why Ray didn't sign a new contract with the company. I know Dominic is signed. I think Dominic is signed. I think he is. If Dominic is signed and Ray goes, you know how bad they're going to bury Dominic? That's what Ray doesn't want. Because if Vince knows that Ray is not leaving, he's going to protect him and Dominic. But if Ray is leaving to go to AEW, you know how bad they're going to bury Dominic? It's going to be fucking terrible. Terrible at that point. I don't see Ray winning this match. I'll be shocked if he does. If he does win, I'll be shocked. Although Ray does have one eye patched, you're going to have him patch the other one and then just leave it and go to AEW? No selling it? That's the case, do that. If that's the case, do that. I don't see Ray winning this matchup whatsoever. I think Rollins will win this match, but I'll be completely fucking shocked if Ray wins this match. If Ray wins this match, that means he either signed a new deal or he's signed there for a little period of time. For a little period of time. So in my prediction, I think Rollins will win, but like I said, I'll be completely shocked if Ray wins. So we go from one cinematic feature match to another. Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. The Eater of Worlds Bray Wyatt. In a Wyatt swamp fight. Now, is this for the Universal Championship or is this not for the Universal Championship? According to my notes, it's not for the title. So I'm here going to assume that this is not for the Universal Championship. Since this is not for the Universal Championship and this is a non-title match, Wyatt should win this match. And I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why for a second. A, the championship is not on the line. So even if Strowman takes a fucking loss, he's still champ. So Strowman, realistically, in my opinion, should take a loss here. Strowman should take a loss. Wyatt could win this match. And then going into SummerSlam, you have The Fiend go up against Braun Strowman. And you have The Fiend win the Universal Championship over Braun Strowman. That's basically it right there. I don't see this match being for the Universal Championship, according to my notes. It's not for the title. It says Wyatt Swamp Fight. It will usually say for said championship. This is a non-title match. So Strowman can take a loss here. Strowman can 110% take a loss here. Wyatt will win the match. Wyatt will win the match here. He'll go on to SummerSlam as The Fiend, where he'll beat Braun Strowman officially for the Universal Championship. And if I'm creative, I would have Bray Wyatt carry the Universal Championship in the WrestleMania, which what you should have done this year. Correct your mistake. You didn't have Wyatt come into WrestleMania as champ. I'm going to expect Bray Wyatt this year to hold the championship in the next year's WrestleMania. Hopefully in Los Angeles. In front of a real-life crowd. Hopefully. Hopefully. Let's keep our fingers crossed on that. My prediction, Wyatt will win this match. Wyatt will win this match. Strowman can take a loss because the championship is not on the line here. According to my notes, again, Wyatt should have no problem winning this match. And if Wyatt wins, he'll get The Fiend to beat Strowman at SummerSlam for the Universal Championship. Simple. It's just that simple, folks. Wyatt will win this Wyatt Swamp Fight. Because I don't see Wyatt losing twice. And let me say this right now. Holy shit. Who is going to care if Strowman wins only for The Fiend to beat him at SummerSlam? How many people is going to care? Not many. You want to keep Wyatt strong? Have him win on Sunday in this Wyatt Swamp Fight. You need to build up Bray Wyatt going into SummerSlam when The Fiend is going to eventually beat Strowman for the title. Because I don't see Strowman beating The Fiend whatsoever. I don't. It's just that simple. It's simple booking. It's simple booking. We go to the ladies now. We need to show the ladies some love. Bayley, which I fucking adore so fucking much. Bayley will defend the SmackDown Women's Championship against Nikki Cross. Or in the words of fucking JD for NY206, Nikki Cringe. The C stands for cringe. Shout out to my boy JD, bro. Shout out to my boy JD. Bayley versus Nikki Cringe for the SmackDown Women's Championship. You want to sit there and tell me, folks, who wins this match? If you predict Nikki Cross to win the SmackDown Women's Championship at Extreme Rules, I would slap you in the head with a fucking ruler. You know them long rulers that they fucking have in freaking class? Boom! Right in your cabezón. Right in your head. Bayley has been fucking phenomenal as SmackDown Women's Champion. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Bayley will take the SmackDown Women's Championship in the SummerSlam. Who will she face? Sasha Banks. Because you know between after Sunday and SummerSlam, they're going to lose these Women's Tag Team Championships. And then from there, they will break up and then they will go one-on-one at SummerSlam for the SmackDown Women's title. It's predictable. It's bound to happen. You can't stop the inevitable. You can't. You just can't. Bayley has been phenomenal as SmackDown Women's Champion. She's my other MVP. And Sasha, which... Sasha. Whoa! Back to reality, folks. I'm sorry. Sasha's beautiful. I'm sorry. Makazi, you are one lucky dude. You are one lucky fella. Sasha is... She's like a masterpiece. You know that perfect painting, that perfect drawing that you don't want to fuck up? That's Sasha Banks right there. That's Sasha Banks. She's perfect in every way. Oh my God. Listen, another perfect woman, Scarlett Bordeaux. Oh my God. TM, I know you're watching, bro. I know you're, oh my God. Oh, Scarlett Bordeaux, she is one bad kitty cat. She is one bad cat. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Anyways, back to this here. Before I go crazy here. Bayley will retain the SmackDown Women's Championship and she will go on to SummerSlam and defend the title against Sasha Banks. It's gonna happen, folks. It's gonna happen. Speaking of Sasha Banks, Asuka, who's one of my pandemic MVPs, is Asuka. I love Asuka. I love Asuka. And yes, I know, folks. I mean, I did a review where Becky was pregnant and everybody was going crazy. They had no other alternative at that point. They had no other alternative. Speaking of Asuka, she will defend the Raw Women's Championship against Sasha Banks. This is going to be a good match. This is going to be a hell of a match. If there's one person that can deliver Asuka to a great match, it's Sasha Banks. It's Sasha Banks. Look at the match between Sasha and Io when they were fighting at the Great American Bash. Just 2 weeks ago. The match was great. The matchup was fucking great. And Sasha looked happy being in NXT. She looked refreshed. Like a sense of fresh air while she was in freaking NXT. She was home when she fought Io Shirai in that non-title match 2 weeks ago. The matchup was fucking great. It was fantastic. I loved every single minute of that match. Asuka has been my pandemic MVP. Is Asuka. Let me tell you, I love Asuka, man. I really do. I love Asuka. I love Asuka when she was in NXT. She was absolutely a killer in NXT. Fantastic stuff. A great match here, a great match there. Another one here, another one there. Fantastic stuff. And like I said, if there's one person that can drive Asuka to a fantastic match, it's Sasha Banks. Because Sasha knows how to sell. Sasha is an incredible seller. She really is. She really is. Asuka is going to bring the intensity. Sasha is going to bring everything that she has to bring to make this a great matchup. But I have a feeling Bayley is going to come in and cost Sasha the Raw Women's Championship. Because Asuka wants to be... No, not Asuka. Sasha wants to be Sasha Dos Straps. That's 2 belts in Spanish, if you guys know. A little lesson there. For example, Bayley Dos Straps. That's Bayley 2 belts in Spanish. Take notes. Bayley is going to come in, try to cost Asuka the Raw Women's Championship, but instead, she will cost Sasha the Raw Women's Championship. Then that will create tension and everything else, and then once this pays off, boom. Asuka will retain the championship. Sasha will be pissed at Bayley. They're going to be so pissed off that they lose the Women's Tag Team Championships on a random edition of Raw or SmackDown, which will lead to Sasha and Bayley at SummerSlam for the Raw Women's Championship. You cannot stop the inevitable. You really can't. Asuka will retain the Raw Women's Championship. But the question is, who is Asuka going to face at SummerSlam for the Raw Women's Championship? They can do 2 opponents. I can see them doing 2 opponents. Shayna Baszler. I mean, they can do 3. They can possibly do 3. Possibly do 3, depending on how they book this specific woman between now and SummerSlam. Kairi Sane. I can definitely see Kairi turning heel on Asuka, and they can deliver a great match at SummerSlam. Shayna Baszler. That's number 2. They can do that. Shayna was on Raw this past Monday, and she looked more of a beast than ever before. Or Bianca Belair. They need to start using Shayna Baszler and Bianca Belair to their full potential on Monday Night Raw. One thing that Raw needs is a good women's division. They have talented women there. They're just not using them to their proper full potential. And that pisses me off. You got talent like fucking Kairi Sane, Bianca Belair, fucking Shayna Baszler. You got everybody else there. Ruby Riott. You got everybody there. Talented as fuck. But you're not using them. Yeah, they want to blame us, the fans, for not them being used. Do better, folks. Please. Raw creative. Do better. You have the talent there on Monday Night Raw for the women's division. You have the talent there. All you have to do is use them. It's just that simple. All you have to do is use them. That's all you have to do. It's just that simple. Asuka will retain the Raw Women's Championship. I can see Asuka defending the championship at SummerSlam against either Kairi Sane, Shayna Baszler, or Bianca Belair going into SummerSlam in August. We get to the main event here. Thank fucking Christ. This is where the meat and potatoes. This is where my creative juices are flowing in, folks. Sit back, take a number 2 pencil and a blank sheet of paper, sit the fuck down, and take notes. Drew McIntyre, the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Champion of the world, Drew McIntyre, will go up against Dolph Ziggler in a match to be determined for the WWE Championship. Another pandemic MVP of mine is Drew McIntyre. We all know McIntyre won the Rumble. He eliminated Brock Lesnar out of the match. There was a report around that time that the guy that's going to eliminate Brock Lesnar is going to face that guy at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. And it ended up being Drew McIntyre. The match was good. McIntyre brought it. He beat Lesnar. He slayed the beast. And he became the new WWE Champion. Which I was a proud man after WrestleMania. But if you ask me, which WrestleMania night was better, night 1 or night 2? Night 1 was better out of the 2 nights, if you ask me. This is pretty predictable. I don't know why Dolph Ziggler is even in this fucking predicament here. Why is Dolph Ziggler being traded from SmackDown to Raw, and his first night on Raw, he gets a WWE Championship match? Do you know how stupid that looks, Vince? It looks fucking terrible. It looks fucking terrible, and it looks lazy at the same damn time. Do you people sit here and expect Dolph Ziggler to beat Drew McIntyre, the second hottest thing on Raw, for the WWE Championship? The answer to that question is no. McIntyre is going to successfully retain the WWE title. What match is it? I heard it was a TLC match. I heard it was leaked out last week. I heard it's going to be a TLC match. I don't think that's the case because TLC has its own pay-per-view in December. So why would they put a December pay-per-view and add it as a match in July? This match is going to be an Extreme Rules match for the WWE title. Simple. No matter what the match is going to be, McIntyre is going to retain the title anyways. You really see Dolph Ziggler carrying that championship to SummerSlam into the second biggest pay-per-view of the entire year? Fuck no, baby. No. McIntyre is going to walk into SummerSlam as WWE Champion. Now, this is the part where my creative juices are flowing here. This is where my creative juices are flowing. Now, some of this I got from JD because I respect his opinion and I completely can see this happen. But I added a little twist to this. Get your blank sheet of paper, get your number 2 pencil, sit down and take notes. McIntyre will go into SummerSlam as WWE Champion. With me? McIntyre is going to go into SummerSlam as WWE Champion. He's going to defend the championship against Randy Orton. Because Orton needs this match. What else is there for Orton to do? He has to go up against McIntyre. And that is your money match going into SummerSlam. McIntyre and Orton will be your SummerSlam main event for the WWE Championship. The question is, does Orton win the title? Does Orton want the WWE Championship? If you're booking this match at SummerSlam, 2 things could possibly happen. Because A, I don't see Orton losing clean to McIntyre. I don't. If you're booking Orton and McIntyre, you have to pull the trigger. Orton has been the hottest thing coming out of WrestleMania. Orton has been since Backlash. Orton has been the hottest thing on Monday Night Raw coming out of Backlash and that greatest wrestling match ever match against Edge. That matchup was good. Really good. Was it the greatest wrestling match ever? No. Did it come close? Yes. It came close. If you're booking Orton at SummerSlam against Drew McIntyre, he has to win the WWE title. Either Orton wins the title or Edge all of a sudden makes an appearance at SummerSlam and costs Orton the WWE title. 2 things must happen. Because I don't see Orton losing clean at SummerSlam. I don't. The way you're booking Randy Orton, you have to give him the championship at this point. You have to. Because Orton is the hottest thing right now on Monday Night Raw. I'm booking McIntyre and Orton at SummerSlam. McIntyre is going to drop the championship to Randy Orton. That's how I'm doing things. Orton is going to win the championship at SummerSlam. Then, this is when my creative geniuses come into play. Orton is going to win the championship at SummerSlam. He's going to take the championship all the way to the Royal Rumble. Because we don't know how long Edge is going to be out, and we don't know when he's coming back. He could be out for the rest of the year from what I'm hearing. He could be out for the remainder of the year. We don't know yet, but let's just see what happens. If Edge can come back by the Royal Rumble, Orton and Edge have to have their 3rd matchup. They fought at WrestleMania and they fought at Backlash. Edge won at WrestleMania, Orton won at Backlash. So they're 1-1. The rubber match, that 3rd matchup, is going to be for the WWE title. Edge is going to win the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. Now, Chris, this is where people are going crazy. Chris, why are you booking a Hall of Famer? Why are you booking a part-timer to win the WWE Championship? Calm down. This is where a plot twist comes in. Edge beats Orton at the Royal Rumble for the title. Guess who wins the Royal Rumble match? Adam Cole. Adam Cole will walk into the Royal Rumble as a surprise entrant. He will win the Royal Rumble, and he will face Edge at WrestleMania for the WWE title. At WrestleMania. Edge wins the championship at the Rumble. Adam Cole wins the Rumble. It'll be Adam Cole and Edge at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. And that is when a new superstar will be born. Adam Cole will beat Edge at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. Adam Cole takes the championship into the summer. He'll be WWE Champion by SummerSlam 2021, where he will face Drew McIntyre. Now, Chris, now people are going to tell me again, Chris, why are you booking Adam Cole and Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam 2021 for the WWE title? Let's take a scroll on memory lane, shall we? NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2017, where Drew McIntyre was facing Bobby Roode. Remember Bobby Roode? I don't. Remember when Drew McIntyre faced Bobby Roode for the NXT Championship and Drew McIntyre won the NXT Championship? Who attacked Drew McIntyre after he won the championship? Adam Cole. They can write a storyline based on that. And I truly believe, I don't know if this was even reported or anything else, I truly believe that if Drew McIntyre was never hurt during his match against Andrade, Survivor Series weekend back in 2017 at the first NXT TakeOver War Games, if he was never hurt, I believe we would have had Drew McIntyre versus Adam Cole at NXT TakeOver New Orleans for the NXT Championship. You can do that match at SummerSlam 2021 for the WWE Championship. You can write a storyline based on that. And McIntyre can either win back the championship or he loses to Adam Cole, and both those men can feud throughout the fall and going into the winter. They can feud over the championship. There you go. Did I just, did I really, fuel you up with that entire fucking thing? I just booked literally everything from this year's SummerSlam to next year's SummerSlam in under, 10-15 minutes? Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds good, doesn't it? Oh, I know it does. I know it sounds fucking fantastic. I know it sounds good. I know it sounds good. I know it does. I know it does. So, my predictions are, for the Extreme Rules Horror Show, Jeff Hardy will beat Sheamus in a bar fight. New Day will defeat Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura in a tables match. Apollo Crews will retain the championship over MVP. Rollins will beat Ray on the Eye for an Eye match. Wyatt beats Strowman in the Wyatt Swamp match. Bayley will successfully retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. Asuka will successfully retain the Raw Women's Championship. And Drew McIntyre will defeat Dolph Ziggler, in my opinion, in an Extreme Rules match for the WWE Championship. And I think we're getting Orton versus McIntyre at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship, where McIntyre will possibly drop the championship to Randy Orton. So that's it, guys. That is it for the Horror Show at Extreme Rules preview and predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below what are your predictions for the pay-per-view this upcoming Sunday. Follow me, guys, on social media at Chris Most Hated on Twitter and your boy Chris25_ on Instagram. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Also, guys, leave a comment down below what you guys thought of the video, and also leave a comment down below on your preview and predictions on the pay-per-view on Sunday. If you guys haven't checked out my last video on the reaction video I did with Eric and DJ Storms, that video will be down below in the description. Also, that video will be down below. Will be in the annotation right over there on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. That little exclamation point right there. It'll be right there somewhere. I will see you guys tomorrow. I have softball in the morning, so I have to get ready for that. I have softball tomorrow in the morning. I'll be back home maybe around 5-ish. Go take a shower. I will get myself ready for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. I'll be live tweeting as well. And then I will sit on here and do a review for you guys on Sunday. So there you guys go. Also, guys, shout out to Cyrex, man. Shout out to Cyrex, man. If you guys need any thumbnails, layouts, anything else about that. YouTube stuff, album covers, anything. Fucking banners, anything. Hit up my boy Cyrex. His Twitter will be down below in the description as well. And that's it. What are you guys doing here? Get the fuck out. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Extreme Rules review video. Until then, guys, I am Chris. Stay safe, guys. Please stay safe. Wash your hands for 20 seconds. And also, guys, if you guys are going out, wear a fucking mask. Thank you. Just that simple. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Extreme Rules video, for the Extreme Rules review video. Till then, I am Chris, guys. I will talk to you guys later. See you guys tomorrow for the official Extreme Rules review right here on the channel.